All right. All right. Lab. K Club. And number 13, Paige Briggs. Staff for your Grand Rapids Rise.
Welcome back. Van Andel Arena is the site. Tonight, another night of Major League Volleyball. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson alongside. Welcome in if you're watching along on YouTube. You get a chance to see the defending champions in MLV, the Orlando Valkyries in Grand Rapids, to take on the Grand Rapids Rise. And Katie, we were just talking about this on Rise Radio pregame. It's now time for First Serve, presented by our friends at Morning Bell. And before we get things kicked off, let's take it through these two teams. They played each other. First match of the season. Grand Rapids came up just a little bit short. What was the key then, and how does that translate to tonight?
The Rise came out with strong serve-receive passing and able to put down some of the balls. They're playing one of the best teams at serving this season, so it's really important that they hop on that serve-receive game and are able to really hone in on not letting the Valkyries have as many aces. And then they do have one of the best players in the MLV, Brittany Abercrombie. She's gonna get her kills, so being able to slow her down and not let her run away with the match, get hot and go off, is gonna be key tonight.
Yeah, she certainly has done that a few times. That's how you become the MVP. That First Serve presented by Morning Bell. Open every day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Breton Village, Bridge Street, and East Beltline. Brunch is always a good idea with Morning Bell. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for this contest. Sage Kahaina Torres will be the setter for Grand Rapids. She had a phenomenal match against San Diego last time out. Elizabeth Enna, Carly Snyder, Leah Meyer, Ramat Al-Hassan, and the reigning player of the week in the MLV, that is Paige Briggs Romine. On the other side for Orlando, it looks like this: Kelly Bray, Natalie Foster, Charity Looper. It is Champu Goodpard, Courtney Schwann, and Brittany Abercrombie are the starting six on the Orlando side. We mentioned the MVP in this league being Brittany Abercrombie, but she's got really a whale of a setter. Talking about Champu Goodpard, these two setters on both sides have really gotten off to some hot starts this year.
Their court vision and ability to put up the best ball for their attackers is just incredible. Really, as a setter, your job is to get that ball in the perfect place for your attackers to have any swing that they want, and that is something that both setters on the court tonight are really great at.
Crowd continues to file in. It has been very cold in Grand Rapids, as it has been in many parts of the country over the last couple of weeks. Sage Kahaina Torres starts us off. We are underway here in Grand Rapids as a little tip ends up falling for Orlando from the far side. And a quick point comes from Orlando. So they get the 1-0 lead. And of course, who else? Brittany Abercrombie gets the first one. Our first referee tonight is Christian Kirkjack. William Stanley is the second referee. They almost got a little help from the tape, but a big swing, and it lands. There's Elizabeth Enna, and it's tied up at 1. You know, we did not hear a whole lot from Elizabeth in her home debut, the win over Columbus. And I think in talking to Kathy George, I don't think she would be surprised if we saw a little bit more Enna in this particular contest, as that one was blocked and it ends up falling down anyways thanks to Charity Looper. But I think we see a little bit more action at the pins this time around.
Definitely where Will trying to move those middles pin to pin for the block up front, especially with Kaz Brown on the Orlando side.
Kaz Brown had some really good matches and performances here last season. Foster serves. Grand Rapids looks to set it up with Carly Snyder, and we are tied. The all-star from a season ago lands it, and we're all even.
I absolutely love that set choice, leading Carly Snyder over that 3-meter line, and they just couldn't get it in the back row.
That's one of her strengths. We've noticed that over the last couple of years. She has a success attacking from distance. I think they could use that a little bit more as a little setter dump that time from Champu ends up falling, and it's 3-2 Orlando.
Right here, all 3 kills on the Orlando side have been tips. You got to get the Rise behind these balls, being able to get down defensively.
Charity Looper, the former Louisville Cardinal. Snyder had a bit of a hard time handling it, and a free ball goes over. They did a good job just to keep it alive. Another chance, Brittany Schwann, but it's dug out there. Easy enough for Ogilvy. A tap, and the first point for the MLV POW. That's PBR. Paige Briggs-Romine evens us at 3.
She has such a great toolbox. She's able to really put her arm in the best position and use the block on that.
Elizabeth Enna for her first serve of the night. Orlando looks for a slide play, and it's a successful one. Bree Kelly, the middle blocker. There's some real talent in the middle on both of these sides tonight.
Yeah, especially Bree Kelly. She came straight out of college at Pittsburgh, really making an impact for her rookie season.
Ogilvy handles that. They try to get it to Meyer, and she's able to use a little finesse to get it over. Brittany Schwann, and we're even at 4. So far, it's been my point, your point here for the Rising Valkyries. Paige Briggs-Romine, first chance to serve for the newest the player of the week here in Major League Volleyball. Nice little play there. Paige Briggs-Romine to keep it alive. Snyder swings, and it's back to Orlando. Partially blocked. Is it kept alive? Yes. Snyder got it blocked, and now it's a free ball. It's sort of a free-for-all at the same time. Orlando again tries another slide play. Ogilvy digs it out. This will be a hard-fought 4-point, and it goes to Grand Rapids. Leah Meyer in the middle, and it's the first lead for GR.
Being able to force that middle on a pass that's a little bit out of system, and Leah Meyer being up and ready. That's great execution.
Briggs-Romine once more. Into the net. What was it about Paige Briggs-Romine and her performance against San Diego that allowed her to have that much dominance in that particular match?
Just the use of her shot. She was able to really use the hands of the blockers, so that frustrated the mojo.
She's able to get that one set up, and Elizabeth Enna gets the point for Grand Rapids. Got a partial tip on the Orlando side from Schwann, and it's 6-5 Grand Rapids. The first set, and ironically odd-numbered sets, have been a little bit of a bugaboo for Grand Rapids over the course of this early part of the season. Grand Rapids sits right now with a combined record of 3-7 in sets 1, 3, and 5. So what does that tell us? Well, they're trying to get off to some better starts, perhaps as soon as tonight. Free ball comes over. PBR. Sage to Al Hassan, and it's a 2-point Rise lead. Help in the middle, and we were talking about this before the broadcast tonight. You were thinking that Orlando might make it a point to take Al Hassan out of the game, but you can only do that so much when you're talking about a dominant force like that. Leah Meyer. Looper. Champu over to Grand Rapids. It's their turn. Sage to Snyder. Orlando's got it. We'll try the other side, and Abercrombie swings and scores. The MLV MVP brings Orlando within a point. There's Brittany Schwann. Courtney Schwann from Washington, the former Husky. As they try to get it with Enna. Boy, that's a rocket of a shot. Let's see if they try to go to Al Hassan again, and they do. It's tough. You can't really sell out for the middle, because then, of course, it becomes more of a match at the pins. But when Al Hassan gets going, she's a freight train.
And she hits at such a high point, standing 6'4", but her reach is much higher that it is really hard to defend.
They set it up in the middle, and a swing and a score. Natalie Foster makes it 8-7. Orlando still hanging around. Grand Rapids trying to get their first set. They're 1-3 in these first sets so far. It's always sort of been a game of catch-up for Grand Rapids, although their match against San Diego did not look quite like that. Al Hassan gets it back, and let's see if they give it back to her. They do, and she scores. Al Hassan starting to heat up here in GR. 9-7 Rise. They'll give one of the best setters in the MLV, Carly Snyder, a shot. And a little bit too strong on that one. Second service error for Grand Rapids. Other side we go, and it's Brittany Abercrombie. Former USC Trojan, always good to see the brightest and best in the league as that one fends up at the net. Al Hassan gets another crack at it, but it goes back to Orlando. Looper swings, and it's handled there. Back corner, that was Sage. Here's BBR, partially blocked again. Looper, a little bit too close to the net goes Grand Rapids. And it's now all tied at 9. Orlando's strong, at least coming back from their defending title last year, but where do you say they're the strongest?
I would have to say on the setting position and their opposite with Brittany Abercrombie and Shampoo Gwinnepard, they are quite a team on that right side.
Well, they sort of help each other, don't they? Big swing from Anna, and that one's over the scorer's table. Hard to get it when it's over there. And it's 10-9 Grand Rapids.
Point for your ride. Back to serve. Number 10, Ramon.
They also got a couple players from Las Vegas since that team does not exist this year. So you're seeing Charity Looper and Hannah Maddox.
Both of them were all-stars last year as Al Hassan can't get that one to go over, and we're all even at 10. Orlando also brought in a former member of the Rise, Nia Chimay. It's part of this Orlando team. This is the second-round pick of the Rise last year. Down it goes. They look for Briggs Romine. What a play there. Teo Pusic helps Orlando get back on top.
Those plays as a libero always feel so great. You're diving just to save that ball, and for it to work out so perfectly for the Valkyries, that says something.
What's interesting is that you look at some of the notes and you see what Orlando has done just in terms of some of their metrics this year. Grand Rapids looks to get things evened up, and they do, thanks to Paige Briggs-Romine from the outside. But where it matters most, Orlando kills per set, assists per set, blocks per set, all sitting in 8th place at the bottom of MLV. And yet, they sit with a 3-2 record. So perhaps a team that just knows how to win. Free ball chance at the net, and down it goes. Point Grand Rapids. A little bit of a mishandle there for Orlando on the other side. And Grand Rapids gets back on top by 1. There's Elizabeth Anna. There's some really important numbers as that one goes too strong. A lot of service errors here from Grand Rapids here in set number 1. That win over the Mojo, Sage Kahaina Torres set a new MLV single set record. She had 25 assists in that opening set. Finished with 57, which was one off of the all-time Rise record, which would have been really impressive. As Paige Briggs-Romine swings and scores. Rise go back up by 1, considering they only played 4 sets. Back it goes. There's Paige Briggs-Romine. Nearly aced it. Grand Rapids had an outstanding performance from the service line in their one over the Mojo. Hattie Bray actually had 3 aces in that one. There's a fight as it comes over, and it goes down. Boy, that was a 50-50 chance at the net, and it just happens to go the way of the Rise. They go up by 2. I don't think either side knew where that one was ultimately going to land. Briggs-Romine. So right now, Grand Rapids just has to clean up some of their service issues. Otherwise, they've been really in command of this first set. Good part. Abercrombie scores, and it's a 1-point set. It's not often this early in the season you get a chance to play a team for the second time. Obviously, you get into the area where you can make those adjustments. As Carly Snyder tips, it goes back to Orlando. They look for Abercrombie, and it's pancaked. Is it alive? It is not. It got the floor, and there's a point for Orlando. We're all even at 14. Kathy George is the head coach of the Grand Rapids Rise. I think she was maybe thinking about taking a second look at that very briefly, but has decided to save that challenge. Little slide play to Meyer, and it pops right up to Orlando. They've got a chance to get their lead back. Abercrombie gives it to them. A swing and a score, and up by one go the Valkyries. That
is such a hard ball to defend. That deep line, just a couple feet inside the corner, such a perfect ball by Abercrombie.
You get a look at Brian O'Marsh, the acting head coach of the Orlando Valkyries tonight. Amy Pauley is out tonight for personal reasons. As we get a service there on the other side to even us up at 15. Haven't seen too many of those on the Orlando side yet. Here's Leah Meyer for Grand Rapids, who will get us to 16 points first in this opening set. Orlando sets up the middle, and Grand Rapids keeps it alive. Briggs Romine, attack from distance. Elizabeth Enna is long, and it's a point for the Valkyries. They've got the lead as we take a timeout here in Grand Rapids. 16-15, Orlando up one in set one, right here on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West. Here in Grand Rapids. It is game number 5 this season for the Grand Rapids Rise. They take on the defending champion Orlando Valkyries tonight. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson along with you, and KO right now. It's hard to tell. It's sort of like one of those heavyweight fights where the boxers are just sort of feeling each other out.
It's a slugging match right now. The hitting percentages on both sides are above 400. So right now, who can put a stop to that?
Grand Rapids looks for some help from Carly Snyder, and they've got it. We're even at 16. We were talking before this one, and it felt like a game that they really wanted Carly Snyder to get back into that all-star form they saw from last season.
She's been a little bit quiet this year, but I would expect her to come out of her shell a little bit deeper into the season, getting that feel for all the new players that the Rise have.
It's too talented not to, as Sage is unable to get to that one. Point Orlando. One of the All-Star representatives, Carly Snyder, last season. All-Star match is going to be in Orlando this year. So congratulations to the Valkyries.
Nice little warm break from this cold weather that we're having.
I don't think anybody will be sad about that. There's an ace. Orlando gets one thanks to Natalie Foster.
She is leading the league in aces per set, so just add one more.
By the way, that'll come up on Saturday, March 28th. That broadcast will be live on CBS and Paramount Plus. This is a point for the Rise as Grand Rapids is able to get one back. As we head down the home stretch here of set number 1. Carly Snyder once again, one of the best serves in the league. You can see the top spin she has on it. So Orlando is able to get the point. Actually rattled up against some of the cameras over there just near side the net. 2-point lead for the Valks. Orlando sat atop the preseason poll. They had more votes than any other team as they try to put it in the campfire, did Grand Rapids, to no avail. Comes back to the Rise. Ogilvy looks for Enna. Nice play to keep that one alive. Teo Pusic helps get the point for Orlando, and they're on a run. They're up 3.
Such a smart play by Charity Looper. It was a bit of a tight out-of-system ball, and she just went for those high hands of the Rise block.
Snyder, Sage wants PBR, and she's got it. Big point for Grand Rapids. They needed that one.
With another kill.
Grand Rapids has sort of been at their best when they've been up against the wall this year. But they don't want to keep putting themselves in those positions.
Back to serve for your Rise, number 20, Hattie Bray.
Hattie Bray comes in for Grand Rapids, serving sub. And a really good one at that for Grand Rapids. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. Orlando gives it up, and the Rise able to handle it. Sage looking for Inna, swings and scores. Point Grand Rapids. Going back to Hattie Bray. The fourth-round rookie middle blocker recorded the 7th occurrence in Rise history with 3 or more aces against the Mojo back on the 23rd. The other 5 performances, all Carly Snyder's. Little tap over from Abercrombie, and there's a point. Look at Al Hassan back in. 2-point lead for Orlando. There's Charity Looper.
Everybody clap your hands.
Native of Dallas, Texas. Dallas, another one of the new locations of Major League Volleyball. The Pulse welcomes into the league this year. We'll see Dallas when Grand Rapids goes on the road on February the 8th. First time we'll see them will be in mid-March here in Grand Rapids. Elizabeth Inna over to Orlando. Big point to be had, and they get it from their middle. Bree Kelly puts Orlando up by 2. Now we'll get a bunch of substitutions on the Orlando side, including one of those familiar faces we talked about, Nia Chimay, the former Grand Rapids riser. She comes in, as does Hannah Pukis.
We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on the back of the Chevy with the engine running.
Chimay actually showed some pretty impressive flashes during that limited time she played for Grand Rapids last season. It's no surprise that she caught on with another team, as that one's too strong, and a point for Grand Rapids when they needed one.
Yeah, right now the Valkyries are going for that larger front row presence by putting Nia Chimay in the front row and Hannah Pukis back setting.
Paige Briggs-Romine trying to get this score all evened up. Looper, other side, kept alive. Briggs-Romine, little congestion. Free ball comes back, and Grand Rapids will have to try their best to reset. Great play, Ogilvy keeps it alive. Snyder swings right back to Grand Rapids. Briggs-Romine looking for Snyder, taps and controlled, but it is too strong, out of bounds, and we're tied at 22. Oh, that was just millimeters away.
Something so great about the professional league is if you watch on the court, their communication, being able to take out of system balls, out of control balls, and turn them into something. That's what these women do so great at the professional level.
Brittany Abercrombie comes back in for Orlando among their substitutions. Briggs-Romine. They look for Abercrombie. She swings, and it's too strong again. Grand Rapids scores again, and they've got the lead. A couple of mistakes right now on the Orlando side. Looks like they're going to talk about it. Brian O'Martian, their acting head coach, takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here with a 23-22 Grand Rapids lead. They're 1 point away from set point here in the first. Kind of felt like early in this set it was Grand Rapids who was having a little trouble getting out of their own way, but now here at closing time in set 1, Orlando's had a bit of a hard time.
They're just missing the spot by a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went back to the strategy that they started off with those shorter tips, trying to get them out of position. But also, you saw the Rise bring in Camila Gomez, so now you got more of a defensive energy in the backcourt for the Rise. So I would expect them to really probably go at Camila above her head.
Grand Rapids, we talked about the struggles that they've had in first sets over the course of this early season. They've lost 3 out of their 4 first sets, but great opportunity here to get a first set from the defending champs. Briggs Romine to serve. Looper, good part, and a swing and score for Natalie Foster. They set the middle. It happens quick when they do it, and we're even at 23. To the other side, and good part. Played such a vital role in winning that title last year as Liam Mayer got it blocked. Point Orlando. Grand Rapids was 1 point away from set point in the first, and now that opportunity goes to the defending champs. Grand Rapids needs a point to continue set one. Camila Gomez has come in, a fight at the net, back it goes to Grand Rapids. Sage for Snyder, swings kept alive, what a play by Looper. A chance for Schwann, blocked back to the Valkyries. Good part for the MVP Abercrombie. She lands it, point Orlando, set number one belongs to the Valkyries. Grand Rapids had the 1 point lead, but it's Orlando who gets the final three in set one. Set number two is next here from Grand Rapids. You're listening to Grand Rapids Rise Volleyball, presented by U of M Health West.
Hey Orlando, it's game time. Your women's pro volleyball champions, the Orlando Valkyries, are back and ready to win. Enjoy the night out and feel the excitement of big plays, incredible athletes, and non-stop action. Every rally brings the crowd to its feet. Every point is a moment to cheer together. This is world-class volleyball, live at Addition Financial Arena. Don't just watch the game, be part of the celebration. Get your tickets now at orlandovalkyries.com.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com.
Orlando, they've got themselves a lead thanks to getting the final 3 points of set number one. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson with you from Van Andel Arena, and KO. I think the one thing that always stands out about a team like Orlando is that they have a lot of experience with winning, a lot of experience with success in closing time. And it also doesn't hurt when you've got one of the best players on the planet helping you do just that. Brittany Abercrombie got them to the finish line in set number one.
She's that player, that go-to player that you want to give the ball to in those game-winning situations. She's ready for it. She's a gamer, she's a winner, and right now she's leading both teams with 7 kills. She has over half of the Orlando Valkyries kills at this point right now. So, being the Rise, you want to figure out a way to shut her down a little bit more, being a little bit tougher on your serve. You got to find that line of service errors and service aces. Right now, the Rise had more errors, 4, versus they had 0 aces. So really finding that balance to get Abercrombie out of system, or at least set up a better double block.
Ironically, both of these teams shot, and their kill percentage was at 38%. It was just one of those even ones, and like so many matches in MLV, it comes down to just a couple of plays, and it can always go either way.
Yeah, we're not seeing too many blocks, which is something different for both of these teams. So I'd expect Kathy George to put a little bit more of a focus on the blocking presence in the front row.
Ramat Al Hassan is one of the big reasons why they've had that presence up front. We also saw one thing that was kind of interesting, and we've noticed this a little bit more this season than in past years. Kathy George brought in Camila Gomez to play alongside Elena Ogilvy. Little extra defensive help in that particular instance. And it has paid off for them at different times throughout the course, but it certainly shows what the priorities are. Sometimes, like, you can get a serving sub. In this case, you get a defensive advantage. But Grand Rapids was unable to have it work for them as Snyder attacks from distance. and finds a way to land it. Didn't look exactly the way you draw it up, but they find a way to get the first point in set 2. Snyder hit 222 in that first set. That one's a little bit too strong. We're talking about the strength of the middles in this contest. We were talking a lot about Ramat Al-Hassan. We also talked about Kaz Brown, who had some unbelievable performances last season here in Grand Rapids, but Orlando is without her tonight. But they do have Charity Looper, and that one's handled by Grand Rapids. Sage looking for Briggs Romine, and she lands it. Point Grand Rapids, they go up by 1. So that's a bit of a break for Grand Rapids, not having to deal with the force that is Kaz Brown.
It does look like she is still active to play, but I'm a little surprised. We haven't heard anything of why she isn't out there tonight.
Abercrombie tries to attack. Snyder goes down and gets it. And tapped it with Inna, nothing there. Back goes to Looper, who swings and misses just a little bit out of bounds, and Grand Rapids has 3 of the first 4 in the second set. Well, we'll keep an eye on the Kaz Brown situation. And that just missed from Orlando. Here's Al-Hassan. Lasers that one over. Back it goes. Here the rise. Looking to answer with Briggs Romine. Kept alive. And they can't get it over. That's one too many. PBR gets the point. Make it 4-1 GR.
Looks like this was a little bit of a miss set, and then you saw Abercrombie just hit her head a little bit on the ground. It does look like she is okay and walking that off.
Just a force to be reckoned with here inside the MLV. It's a team that ended up completing that historic turnaround from season 1 to season 2. Beat the Indy Ignite to pick up the second ever MLV championship. There's a point for Orlando. Orlando was 8-16 in their first season. Turned it around to go 18-10 last year. Abercrombie serve, and that one gets blocked. That's Champu Goodpart. 2 straight points for Orlando. Makes it a 1-point set. And I think that's one of the reasons that Goodpart is considered one of the great players in this league. I know she's a setter, but even at 5'7", she can really get up there and make herself a force, even as a blocker, as that one goes into the net. Another point for Grand Rapids.
She has such a high volleyball IQ, which makes her a great setter and a great player, being able to line up, because being 5'7", you have to line up just that much better versus those outsides.
Elizabeth Enna to serve. Little slide play handled by Ogilvy and Grand Rapids. They look for Briggs Romine, and a little too close to the net. Point Grand Rapids. Briggs Romine off to a nice start. She's hitting .545. You always wonder what the follow-up act is going to look like after you end up as the player of the week, and so far so good for the one they call PBR here in GR. Another service there. It's still a 2-point Grand Rapids lead. There's Charity Looper. Little out of system go Grand Rapids. Let's see if Orlando can take advantage. They can with Looper from the back line. 6-5, Rise lead by 1.
Such a smart shot by Looper. Her ability to just slow down her arm swing and put that right in the center of the court.
Looper again. Handled. SKT wants Snyder, and this time she's got it. Darts it down, and it's a 2-point Rise lead thanks to Carly Snyder.
When you see this set, Sage is really leading Carly Snyder over that line so she can jump almost like she's in the front row.
Briggs Romine. It's not the first time Briggs Romine has picked up a Player of the Week. She's had that once before when she was back in Omaha during her first season. There's a point for Orlando. But with Briggs Romine, we sort of saw her role expand and evolve ever since she got here last season. She's been one of the great stories under Kathy George. Bree Kelly serves. Sage to Snyder again. Not there this time. Handled on the Schwann attack. Back to Carly. There's the point. Carly Snyder starting to heat up. 2-point lead for Grand Rapids. Well, this one has just been close throughout. There's not been really any runs on either side that have been super significant, other than if you're Orlando, the 3 straight points they reeled off to close out the first. They've got a 1-0 lead. Grand Rapids has done pretty well getting back into these matches in second sets. That one hung right on top of the tape. Carly Snyder will try and clean it up, and she will. A little bit of a miss hit there on the Orlando side. It's a 3-point Rise lead. Kind of deadened the ball there, did Pusic. Liam Meyer to Orlando. We'll try Abercrombie, and usually she won't miss. Is it as simple as just sending an extra defender over to that side? I mean, it cannot possibly when she's had the kind of success that she's had. Good part. Sage to Snyder again. Collects it, and it comes back to Grand Rapids. Sage looks to the other side, and Inna blasts one down. It's a 3-point Grand Rapids lead. How do you try to slow down someone like Abercrombie?
Getting hands on the ball, serving tougher, so then it puts Quinton Park in a must-set position, so it's way easier to read on the blocking standpoint.
It starts a long way before it ends up on the other side. Al Hassan got a piece of that one. Orlando once again. And Snyder tried to move things around, couldn't get there just in time, and the Rise have a 2-point lead. Here's Courtney Schwann. Now 8 years in pro volleyball. Snyder for Sage. Al Hassan got it sent back. Now Snyder will look to get it back. Good dig by Pusic. Good defensive battle for the much wanted point here. It's a 2-point Rise lead. It's a fight at the net. Great swing, kept alive for now. What a play by Al Hassan. On we go. A block in the middle. Al Hassan pounds it down. You could say they were a little out of system that time. And Grand Rapids finds a way to get up by 3.
Her ability to dive on the ground and then get up to make that block just proves how good Al Hassan is.
Carly Snyder to serve. That was exceptional. And Al Hassan was really the hero of that win Grand Rapids had over Columbus in the opener here in Grand Rapids. Orlando scores, make it 11-9 GR. But that was sort of the Al Hassan coming out party. That was where we all started to realize what a force she is. Al Hassan, like Carly Snyder, played her college volleyball at Florida. She was a Gator. Meanwhile, this Florida Gator, Carly Snyder, puts the Rise back up by 3. Well, Snyder's really waking up here in the second set. She's up to hitting 38%. A lot of that success has come here in set 2. There's a point, and Orlando gets one back. In set number 2, Grand Rapids has had some of its best success of the year. Out of the 4 sets they've played in the second, they've won 3 out of those 4. Brittany Abercrombie serves. Sage wants Briggs Romine, and she's got her. That's a point for the Rise.
Briggs Romine with another kill.
Briggs Romine already hitting 59%.
Her attacking part of her game has made such a big impact this season, and she's really grown from last season to this season.
Elizabeth Inna. Goodpard looks for Looper, and she's got her. Point Charity Looper and the Valks. We were talking about the depth of this Orlando team as Looper gets it across. Sage looking for some help from distance. Orlando is there to pick it up. They want Abercrombie. And they've got her for the point. 2 in a row for the Valkyries, make it 13-12. We're talking about all the different players that Orlando was able to bring in during the offseason. Nia Chimay was really good against the Pulse. Hit 400 and 7 kills on 15 swings. Granted, that was a 3-2 Dallas win. There's a Rise point. Got it from the middle. And now it goes back to Grand Rapids. They've got a 2-point lead.
Briggs Romine back to serve.
After this for Orlando, it's off to Columbus. They'll have the Fury coming up 2 days from now. There's Schwann. She swings and scores. Good start for Courtney Schwann. A lot of opportunity for Bree Kelly tonight. Not seeing Kaz Brown in this one. And Kelly's making the most of it. There's a little setter dump there. Sage couldn't land it. Other side, a point for the Valkyries. Natalie Foster with some help from Schwann. All even at 14. We were talking about that win over Columbus and just the way it all played out. Grand Rapids was basically behind the entire night. The only time they really held the lead was when it went final. Snyder's able to put Rise back on top by 1. Is it fair to say that the win on opening night over Columbus was sort of like the equivalent of a buzzer beater in basketball?
I would say so. It really came down to that last second. I know Dan and I were standing on our feet, as so were all the fans. They were so into the game. It was really great to just see how the volleyball area in Grand Rapids came to show out to that game.
There was over 6,000 others on their feet. Far be it from us to not join them. Schwann got that one blocked. That's Ramat Al-Hassan, and it's a 2-point Grand Rapids lead. Timeout on the floor. We'll see if Grand Rapids can finish what they've started when we come back. GR looking to even this matchup at 1 set apiece. Right now it's Orlando up 1-0 on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West. Lead for Grand Rapids, 16-14, GR over Orlando. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson with you as Grand Rapids tries to find its way to even this match at 1 set apiece. After Grand Rapids had a 1-point lead late in the first set, Orlando rallied to win it 25-23. They get a point from Natalie Foster with some help from the other side and Courtney Schwann. But it was those last 3 points for Orlando got the Valkyries set number 1. Champu Goodpart, one of the great setters in the MLV. It's her serve. Briggs Romine to Sage. To the middle. Al Hassan. No doubt about it. And it's back to a 2-point Rise lead.
Right there, this is one of those swings in the arena that really gets the crowd going.
Well, you get Al Hassan going, you can really ride that wave all the way to the finish line. Let's see if they try her again. This time Snyder taps to the middle. Ogilvy lays out to keep it going. Sage for Snyder, tips and it comes right back. Let's see if Sage tries to find her again. She does, and she scores. Carly Snyder, 3-point Rise lead.
That was a beautiful execution of her having her shoulders face cross court, but swinging thumb up down the line.
Boy, they were committed to getting it back to Carly. They went to her a couple of times in that sequence. Orlando looks for some help, and Charity Looper gives it to them. Big swing from the back. 18-16, and it goes back to Courtney Schwann. See what Grand Rapids has. They've got Al Hassan, but it goes right back, fight at the net, and I think Al Hassan went a little too far over, perhaps. See the call there. Christian Kurtjak is our first referee. Looks like he saw what we saw that time. You got those long arms like Al Hassan. It's almost hard to not. It was always going to be tough filling the shoes of Ali Bastianelli, one of the great middle blockers in MLV last season. One of the great defenders, but they've certainly got a lot out of Al Hassan. Somebody who has familiarity with the Rise roster as well. They looked for Snyder, and somehow it comes back. That was a ball that found Orlando. They got a little luck on that side. Tried the soft tap, not there. They want Looper. Grand Rapids was ready for it. Sage wants Inna. Taps, it's kept alive. They'll have to attack from distance. They do, and they score. Point Orlando, and we're even at 18. Timeout, Grand Rapids. Boat's taking on a little water for Kathy George and company. We're all even up. And it almost seems like whenever Orlando needs an answer, that's when they're going to dial up number 6 in Brittany Abercrombie.
Right now she's leading both teams with 12 kills, hitting over 500. So if you're the Valkyries, why wouldn't you set her in a time of need?
Meanwhile, on the Grand Rapids side, Briggs Romine has been outstanding tonight. 57% with her efficiency. She's really kept her team in this one. Coming up at the end of the second set, we will wrap up what we've seen from these first two. Hopefully we'll be joined by one of the members of the Grand Rapids Rise. As Ogilvy is able to collect that one. This is a little out of system. Attack from distance from Snyder is answered by the Velks. They look for Abercrombie. This time it's handled by Grand Rapids. Little chance on the other side, and Inna. It's all they can do just to keep it going. Another chance for GR, trying to get the lead back, and they do. Elizabeth Inna, and it's a 1-point Grand Rapids lead.
I would really like the Rise to get Inna involved in the game a little bit more and have her come alive, so it's a little bit more help on both pins.
And I know you can say this about many of the opposites or the outsides, when you put a ball in a spot where they can really attack it, but it seems like the ball just comes off the hand different from somebody like Inna. Snyder serves, chance to take advantage, and they do. It's a little too strong, and Grand Rapids goes up by a deuce. And it always feels a little bit more higher stakes when you have a talented server on the line. And in this case, Carly Snyder, 2 big points, gives Grand Rapids the lead. right out of the Kathy George timeout. Timeout on the other side for Orlando. We'll stay here. Is this one of those ice the server moments if you're Orlando?
I believe so. You have Carly Snyder back there serving a topspin serve, which comes at a little bit higher pace than most serves. And, you know, she might not be able to place it as well coming out of this timeout. But being fortunate that she has been playing professional volleyball for so long, her mental game is much stronger than those who just started.
It's fun watching when she strikes the volleyball because it's almost like watching a pitcher in baseball throw a sinker. I mean, you see it get to a certain spot and then the bottom just sort of drops out because she's got just that much behind it. It's such a unique way of delivering, and it doesn't always come naturally to every player. But it comes naturally to her as that one comes over. Right at the net, they look for Abercrombie, and they've got her. A big point for Orlando. Sage had a little trouble handling that one, and it's now back to a 1-point lead for the Rise.
And who else back to serve than Natalie Foster, one of the best servers for the Valkyries.
This is exactly who they want right about now. Briggs-Romine handles. Sage wants Anna. Boy, what a rocket there, but Schwann's able to collect it. Looper on the other side, and Grand Rapids is there. They look for Inna again. This time it's tapped. We'll try and get it up for Looper again, and it is down. Point Orlando, and we're tied at 20. This has been a match which has been extremely close throughout. Kind of shades of what we saw when these two teams met on opening night in Orlando. Orlando won that one 3-2. Over it comes. Grand Rapids looking to get the lead with Al Hassan. Fight at the net. Schwann goes down to a knee to get it. Free ball comes back. Big chance for Grand Rapids. Do they want the lead? They couldn't get it over. Point Orlando. What a play in the front. Bree Kelly and Charity Looper, and it's up 1 for the Valks. Well, they have had some answers in these clutch situations. We still have a lot more to play here in set number 2. Timeout for Grand Rapids. So now they will go talk about things. Well, they've really tried to slow things down here in the last couple moments here in set number 2. And obviously, when you're in a situation like this, you know the value of not dropping that second set, which something that Grand Rapids has actually been pretty good at this year, is being in that spot where they've been able to recover.
Yeah, and right now you have Natalie Foster back there on the serving line. She is a high-risk, high-reward server, so maybe hoping that she gets bad contact and maybe takes a little bit of pace off of this ball. But the Grand Rapids Rise have to come out strong and ready to swing and stick to their game plan. You have Courtney Schwann in the back row right now, and she's been playing some incredible defense, being able to read these players for the Rise.
When these two teams met on that opening night, no single set, save for the 5th and final one, was decided by more than 5 points, so it was tight throughout. There's a swing, and it lands on the line. It's an ace for Orlando. Natalie Foster, one of the great servers in the MLV, with a big point for her side. It's that topspin that got it just inside. They'll try it again. He nearly aced it again. Free ball has to come over. Boy, what an asset it is for Natalie Foster. Ogilvie keeps it alive. Sage looking for Briggs-Romine, and she scores. A much-needed point for the Grand Rapids Rise. They're down by 1. Here comes Hattie Bray, the serving specialist in GR. A lot of these high leverage points, you'll see Hattie Bray go to the service line. Abercrombie attacks, kept alive. Can Grand Rapids tie this second set? They can. Paige Briggs-Romine, your player of the week. Evens us up at 22. Boy, what a first 2 sets for PBR, hitting 600. Bray gets it across. Good part. Not the look that Orlando wanted. They'll try PBR on the Grand Rapids side, and they've got it. Grand Rapids with 3 in a row, and they've got a 1-point lead in the second. Another timeout. This time it's Orlando. A fun first 2 sets. But Grand Rapids was in exactly this same situation back in the first. They had a 23-22 lead, and then it was Orlando who scored 3 in a row. How do you change the approach if you're Kathy George this time around?
Well, you know who the Valkyries are going to look to go to, which is Abercrombie on the opposite side. So right now from Hattie Bray, you're hoping she comes out with a strong serve, and then you're just playing defense, trying to get the Valkyries out of system and put away that first ball that comes back over.
Hattie Bray. She's been at the service line for this entire 3-point surge that's given the Rise the lead. Boy, that was a low laser there. They go back to Abercrombie. Great play there. Inna keeps it going. PBR swings. She hits it too strong. It's out of bounds. And Kathy George is hoping that somebody on that Orlando side may have touched it. Not this time. We're even at 23. Whoever gets this point gets set point. And it looks like Abercrombie won't serve for Orlando.
Which is a little surprising because she is second in the league in service aces, but it looks like they're going to bring Nia Chimay into the front row just for that blocking sub, and then Hannah Pukas will be your back row setter.
We did see Pukas come in for a serve back in set number 1. It's part of that formula that got Orlando to the finish line in the first. Pukas, Ogilvie, Sage wants PBR. Taps, it's kept alive. On the other side, Looper swings, partially blocked. And Orlando will have to settle for an attack from distance. It's still alive, and it is down. Point. Grand Rapids is at set point here in the second.
We haven't had too many of those monster blocks in the first 2 sets.
Abercrombie and Goodpart on their way back for the Valkyries. Elizabeth Enna, who has showed off that rocket from the opposite side, and now they're hoping she can deliver from the service line. Fight at the net, and down it goes in the middle. That's Goodpart helping even us up at 24. And she can do so many different things. Now Kathy George will make that same move that she made back in the first set. Bring in more defensive help. Inna comes out. Camila Gomez, the talented libero, comes in for a little extra defensive help. That serve too strong, a service error. What a huge break for Grand Rapids, and let's see now if they can make the most of it. Briggs Romine with everyone on their feet in GR. Good part, looking for Schwann, kept alive. Gomez went down to get it. Sage, a little slide play. Meyer not there. Grand Rapids looks again for Carly Snyder, who swings. Looper lays out to keep it going. Abercrombie attacks and connects. We're even at 25. When in doubt, punch number 6 on your keypad.
Everybody clap your hands.
Brittany Abercrombie. Bree Kelly will serve. Gomez, Ogilvie, and PBR on the back line for Grand Rapids. Kelly left it in a good spot for Grand Rapids. Can they make the most of it? Snyder got it dug out by Looper. They look for Abercrombie, who sends it inside the back corner. And it's set point for the Valkyries, who just continue to call the number of Mrs. Abercrombie. My goodness. They are riding the coattails of the MLV MVP. Well, Orlando's had an answer at every big turning point of these first two sets. Now they look to close out set number 2. Grand Rapids looking for Carly Snyder. It's not there. Here comes Orlando. Schwann lands it. Courtney Schwann. And Orlando has the first two sets here in Grand Rapids. So here's what we'll do now. We'll wrap up what we saw in these first two sets, and then we'll send things back to our studios at 96-1 The Game. You'll hear our conversation with Elena Ogilvy, or check that, Berkeley Oblad, beg your pardon. But meanwhile, Katie, in talking about what we've seen in those first two sets, I think the thing that really stands out is the fact that we simply saw Orlando do the things they needed to do when it mattered most.
That's exactly right. I'm looking at all the stats here, and GR's neck and neck with Orlando. Right now, Abercrombie's leading both sides with 15 kills, but PBR on the Grand Rapids Rise side has 12. They're about even on digs. They're about even on hitting percentage. So right now it's just about when those points come. And the Valkyries are executing when it matters the most.
And right now, on the other side, if you're Grand Rapids, you just got to find a way to slow down number 6, especially when they're leaning on her in those big spots.
When those points matter, you know they're going to go to her. So you got to put up a better defense there. You saw that she hit that back corner 2 times in a row. So just being able to make those on-court adjustments is what the Rise need to do to execute a little bit better in the next set.
Well, that's a reason that they're defending champs here in the MLV. The Orlando Valkyries rallied to win the first 2 sets here in Grand Rapids. Stick around. If you're on the radio side, you'll be able to hear our conversation with Berkeley Oblad as we get you set for set number 3. Grand Rapids has a whole lot of work to do. Orlando 2, Grand Rapids nothing here at the intermission right here on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West.
And it's time once again for Grand Rapids Rise Volleyball.
Hey Orlando, it's game time. Your women's pro volleyball champions, the Orlando Valkyries, are back and ready to win. Enjoy the night out and feel the excitement of big plays, incredible athletes, and non-stop action. Every rally brings the crowd to its feet. Every point is a moment to cheer together. This is world-class volleyball, live at Addition Financial Arena. Don't just watch the game, be part of the celebration. Get your tickets now at orlandovalkyries.com.
You've got to get off the couch, off the phone, and join thousands of other screaming fans for a nail-biting, heart-pounding, in-person experience you have to see to believe. It's the NCAA D1 Women's Volleyball Championship. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Every match is a new opportunity. Every win brings you one step closer to becoming a champion. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars take the court to compete for greatness. Keep watching. It's not just a sport, it's a calling. At Spalding, we've spent years crafting high-quality equipment that honors that passion. As the official net system supplier to Major League Volleyball, we're proud to support the game at its highest level, where precision, durability, and performance matter most. Because when you give your all, you deserve equipment that does too. Spalding Volleyball, trusted by generations, built for champions. Every match is a new opportunity. For us, this is everything. The hours no one sees, the pressure, the belief it takes to keep going. Every serve carries expectation. Every rally demands heart. Every win brings us one step closer to becoming champions. This is Major League Volleyball, where the sport's top stars compete for greatness. This is our game, our league. Keep watching.
Hey Orlando, it's game time. Your women's pro volleyball champions, the Orlando Valkyries, are back and ready to win. Enjoy the night out and feel the excitement of big plays, incredible athletes, and non-stop action. Every rally brings the crowd to its feet. Every point is a moment to cheer together. This is world-class volleyball, live at Edition Financial Arena. Don't just watch the game, be part of the celebration. Get your tickets now at orlandovalkyries.com.
pressure situations. So not only is she getting kills throughout the match, but when they need a point, she is the one that they are going to get that point. She's also having a little bit of help from all the other pins and middles. So it's really, Orlando is a very strong, sound team, so it makes it really hard to play against them. And then you see the Rise, they're doing a very good job of sticking with them, but when those points matter the most, that's where they're not able to get those kills.
Right now, Paige Briggs-Romine has been tremendous on the Grand Rapids side. She's hitting 53%. Right now, she just needs a little bit more help.
Just a little bit. I would like to see some help from the opposite hitter, being Ine, since she's out there right now, and feeding the middles a little bit more. You got Ramat Al-Hassan that was fed the ball early in the beginning, but I would like to get Leah Meyer involved just a little bit more.
Well, anytime you see a team drop their first 2 sets, one of the first questions you have is, will we see a team make any adjustments, make any personnel changes? Not so much with Grand Rapids through these first 2 sets and going into number 3. Leah Meyer will start us off from the service line for Grand Rapids. They set up Natalie Foster in the middle and a quick point as Orlando's able to get the first point here at the second set, rather the third set, beg your pardon. Zelena Ogilvie comes back in for the rise. Boy, how big was it when Foster was on the service line in that second set? Really felt like that turned the tide for Grand Rapids. Right now she evens it up at 1 with a service error.
She also has such a unique serve. It's not a topspin, but it's also not a float. It's a little bit of a hybrid serve.
Kaha Ina Torres with the serve as it comes to the middle, and Bree Kelly slams it through. 2-1 Orlando.
Bree Kelly has had quite the rookie season thus far. She's one of the players that came out of the draft and is making an impact for her team.
We were talking to Kathy George before the contest today and talking about the fact that Grand Rapids has won their last 2 contests. There's another point for Orlando, make it 3-1. But she was quick to point out that, you know, the next handful of matches for her team are against some of the best teams in all of Major League Volleyball. Kind of got the feeling that this was going to be the real test, this stretch for Grand Rapids. They still have time with Carly Snyder giving them a point. Make it 3-2 in favor of the Valks.
That's a point for you, Rise. Back to serve, number 4, Carly Schneider.
So they'll give it to Snyder. Nice play by Ogilvie to keep it alive. Blocked and over again to the Valks. They'll look for Abercrombie and a block. Al Hassan evens us up at 3.
That's a Gateway Casino monster block.
That's what you want to see from the Rise side, is putting up that big block against Abercrombie.
The longer they can keep Carly Snyder on the service line, the better it is for Grand Rapids and their chances to keep this match going. But not so much this time. Orlando gets it with Bree Kelly. Back to an Orlando lead. Well, one thing the Valkyries have done really well is take the crowd out of it in this one. Of their 3 wins, 2 of them have been on the road this year. Ironically, the 2 matches that they lost were on their home floor. Those were matches against Indy, who they beat in the championship match. Here's a point. Grand Rapids gets one with Paige Briggs-Romine. And then Dallas in their last matchup. Ironically, the only team that they beat at home was Grand Rapids. That was the opening night victory that Orlando posted. Al Hassan feathers that one over. There's a big block, but it goes too long. And I think that one actually may have hit the forehead of Paige Briggs-Romine. I think that one got her right between the eyes. The reigning Major League Volleyball Player of the Week, a little shaken up perhaps.
You know, these women jump so high and hit at such a high point. Bree Kelly is standing on the court at 6'4", and she's just able to really get on top of that ball. And you know, when you're blocking, if your arms are just a little too wide, it can hit you square on in the face. But it does look like Paige Briggs-Romine is okay.
Little visit from the head athletic trainer, Dave Getzoff. A thumbs up from Paige Briggs-Romine, who immediately gets called on to go dig that one out. And Snyder is able to help him out. She lands the serve, she lands the point, and we're even at 5. There's Elizabeth Enna. So far hitting 29% in this one. You can see the talent. You can see the upside that she has. They'd love to get her involved a bit more here in this third set. Sage looking for PBR. Got it blocked. Point Orlando. How many times did you take a volleyball between the eyes like Paige Briggs-Romine just did?
I don't nearly jump as high as Paige Briggs-Romine.
So it's sort of an honor.
Yeah.
Sage looking for PBR. Got that one blocked as well. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to get Briggs-Romine back into that groove that she was in those first two sets. And Kathy George, we talked a little bit before this contest with her about reading body language. And that one goes into the net from Goodpard. Goes back to Grand Rapids. Here's PBR, a chance to serve. But paying attention to those movements within the game.
At this level, once you're subbed out, you can only come back in one time, so you're not making those consistent sub in, sub out substitutions that you're seeing at the collegiate or high school travel level.
So since she took that shot to the face, she's had a couple of attacks blocked, and now a service error into the net. Back to Orlando. Sage tried the setter dump, couldn't do it. Let's see if they can get it with Snyder. Still alive, Briggs-Romine. Gets it over, and it goes back to Grand Rapids. Sage for Snyder, blocked. Natalie Foster. 3-point Orlando lead.
That is quite a wall that Snyder had to go into with Natalie Foster and Brittany Abercrombie.
Courtney Schwann. Sage to Snyder. There's a point. Grand Rapids. They have really tried to go the way of Carly Snyder these last two sets.
The passing has been a little bit more out of system on the Rise side, forcing Sage Kahena Torres to have to go to the outside pin.
Al Hassan got it in the middle, and she's not going to miss those. Al Hassan goes back to a 1-point set. It's been tight throughout. If you're just joining us, no team has had a lead larger than 3 in this entire contest. Abercrombie got it blocked, and a little fight at the net. Snyder keeps it going. So they look for help from Paige Briggs-Romine. They do, and she lands it. PBR. Tied at 9, 3 in a row for Grand Rapids. That'll help get Paige Briggs-Romine back in rhythm. And if you're just joining us, each of the last 2 sets have seen Grand Rapids hold a 23-22 lead. In each of those sets, only to see Orlando take both sets. 10-9 in favor of the Valkyries. Foster, just a weapon of a serve. And Elizabeth Enna, she's a weapon herself for even a 10. The one they call SKT, Sage Kahena Torres. It's Brittany Abercrombie can't land that one. Ogilvy looking for help. Enna, little help there. Pusic able to help get it out. Fight kept alive. Goodpart kept it going. Free ball back. Sage, Ogilvy wants Enna. Swings, and it's handled by Orlando. Boy, they've had some really impressive moves to get balls dug out. There's a point for Orlando. They said that Grand Rapids got a piece of it. They have yet to have a challenge in this contest tonight. Looks like it's going to stay that way. Now before Brittany Abercrombie serves, they'll tend to a couple of spots on the floor. 11-10, Orlando by 1. We're in set number 3. Orlando has taken the first 2 sets tonight. Well, it felt like Grand Rapids had that point decided a couple different times, but Orlando able to rally. Abercrombie pounds this one, but Ogilvy's there to set up Snyder and finds the middle. And there's a traffic jam on US 131 in the middle of the floor, even at 11.
Charity Looper came out of nowhere flying to get that ball, but just ended up pushing it into Bree Kelly.
And sometimes that's what gets it out of system, doesn't it? You're never going to ask someone not to be aggressive and not to try and make a play, but you get an extra body in there, and then all of a sudden, things kind of fall out of rhythm.
Yeah, Charity Luber is so fast on her feet that she has such range defensively.
Carly Snyder to serve. They need a run from her and the Grand Rapids Rise. Blocks back to Orlando. They'll try it again with Abercrombie. Good job by Ogilvy to keep it going. They look for Briggs Romine. She swings, and it's too long. It's out of bounds. It's been a little bit tougher of a go in this third set for Paige Briggs Romine, who was so good in those first 2. Grand Rapids looking to even this one at 12, and they do. Elizabeth Enna, look out below.
That's what the Rise have been looking for out of her. Such a strong, powerful swing. She adds her 8th kill of the night.
Now they'll hope to get some help from the service line from Ramat Al-Hassan. Kept alive from the back. That's Al-Hassan. Don't often see her have to do that, but she did. Tap to the middle, kept alive. Can they keep it that way? No, it falls. Orlando stays on top by 1. Bree Kelly to serve. She gets some air under that serve. As Enna had it blocked, it comes back. Let's see if they can get Briggs Romine. Not this time. From the back line, that's Looper. A cannon from Charity Looper.
She is really heating up. Adds her 12th kill of the night and just absolutely soars from the back row. She is one of those players that you don't want to heat up if you're on the opposing team.
Give her 12 kills and 15 digs as that service air gives it back to Grand Rapids. So double-double for Charity Looper tonight.
Back to serve.
Enna goes into the net. So both teams trade service mistakes. Back we go to Orlando.
Everybody clap your hands.
Briggs Romine able to plant that one down. You know, one of the things that this match has lacked tonight is a big surge on really either side, but it's so much more important when you're on the home side, trying to get your crowd into it. Let's see if Grand Rapids can do that and give something to their faithful. Looper attacks and scores. Orlando goes up by 2. They've got a 2-0 lead, and they've got a 16-14 advantage here in the third set. Grand Rapids trying to avoid the sweep, perhaps find their way to a reverse sweep here in GR. More to come here from Grand Rapids on the other side of this 30-second timeout, right here on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West.
Okay. All right. All right.
Welcome back to Grand Rapids and the Van Andel Arena. Dan Hasty, Katie Olson with you. The 2-2 Grand Rapids Rise are trailing by 2 to the defending champion Orlando Valkyries. They've got Courtney Schwann on the service line. Grand Rapids needs to find a way to dig deep if they want to extend this match against the defending MLV champs, as Liam Meyer blasts one down and gets Grand Rapids within a point.
That slide play for Leah Meyer has been the bread and butter of her offensive play. I would love to see that continue.
Kathy George was really praiseworthy of these two players. She was really impressed with what she's seen in the first handful of matches. There's another point for Orlando. They go back up by 2. Obviously, everybody's seen what Ramat Al-Hassan has done, but she was quick to note that Liam Meyer's done a really nice job for them this year.
Having 2 new middles in your starting lineup is a little bit to get used to, along with a new setter. So the changes for the Rise this season, Kathy George didn't really know what to expect until the season started.
Meyer hitting 33% tonight. Foster to serve. They'd love to run her off the service line, and Anna does exactly that. That's big for Grand Rapids just because of who they don't have to face coming from the other direction. Sage Caja, Ina Torres. To the middle, got it blocked, right back to Orlando. Abercrombie plants one down again. Brittany Abercrombie, one of the best in MLV. The ultimate wild card here tonight. Based on what she's done in the last couple of years, I don't think that surprises anybody. Hannah Pukas, and is a serving sub. Orlando up by 2. Sage wants Inna. Didn't get it in the spot she really wanted it. Other side. Too strong. They tried to go to the former Grand Rapids riser, Naya Chamay, but it was too strong. And she got an extended look in that loss against Dallas. Actually played pretty well, hit 400. Haven't seen her as much here tonight. They'll try her again. And this time she's able to get one down. And that's got to be something Brian O'Martian, the acting head coach, will be really happy with seeing in this spot. They have not seen too many substitutes on the Grand Rapids side here tonight. They've really tried to stick it out with the group they've had. Grand Rapids is yet to see that turn into a victory. Try to dial up Elizabeth Anna once again. Back to a 1-point set as we go down the home stretch. Here comes Hattie Bray for the Rise to serve. Abercrombie and Goodpart back in for Orlando. Hattie Bray was on the service line during that second set when Grand Rapids got some momentum, but were unable to sustain it. Pop in the middle, and it's a little bit too tall for Bree Kelly. We're even at 19. You know, Orlando has given Grand Rapids some opportunities. They just haven't taken advantage of them. Bray over to the middle. PBR keeps it alive. Not exactly where they wanted it. We get a whistle and a point for Grand Rapids.
Looks like one of the Valkyries was in the net on that play.
Couple of points for GR, and they've got a 1-point advantage here in the third. Will we play on? That's the million-dollar question against the team that won the $1 million last year in the Orlando Valkyries. Timeout, we'll keep it right here. Well, Grand Rapids has certainly played well enough to win this match here tonight. but it's come down to just a couple of these big plays and big moments. In the first 2 sets, it's been Brittany Abercrombie for the Orlando Valkyries. And again, you like to talk about what adjustments you can make so you can prevent that from happening, but sometimes it just feels like Brittany Abercrombie is inevitable.
Yeah, and then you saw Charity Looper really come alive, and now she's right behind Abercrombie, coming in with 13 kills. So she's only 4 behind Abercrombie.
How long can Grand Rapids sustain this momentum with Hattie Bray? Their serving sub-ace. As Charity Looper tries to connect, and Grand Rapids has a chance to establish a larger lead. Can't do it. Schwann free balls it back. Sage, Bray wants PBR, taps. Nice diving play there for Abercrombie. They'll try it with Schwann. Grand Rapids is there. They look for Inna. She powers it, but it's dug out. What a play by Pusic. Looper got it blocked. Point Grand Rapids, they're up by 2. Hattie Bray and Leah Meyer. The Rise are having some fun after that one. They keep Bray at the line, nearly aced it. They look for Schwann. She swings, kept alive by Snyder. Sage looking for PBR. Diving play by Looper to keep it going. Abercrombie slams and scores. Brittany Abercrombie does it again. What a great job by Hattie Bray coming in to serve. They really rode her back to the lead. Now it's up to them to keep it. Inna, too strong, point Orlando. In Grand Rapids, they were down. They were down 19-17 before Bray came in and got them on that run. Here's Inna trying to pop it down, can't do it. Kelly to Schwann, and she scores! Out of system from distance. Oh, that's one Grand Rapids probably wishes they could have back. And a timeout taken by Kathy George and company. That one looked a little unusual. Usually you see these points look kind of similar. That one, it almost looked kind of like an excuse me swing, and yet she was still able to land it. How?
Yeah, so Schwann was out of system. She got a set that, she can't take a hard swing at, so she was just able to do that cut shot. And then on the Rise side, that's so important to really press your hands over the net and push back into 6, so then you aren't able to be tooled, where Annette was just there and she got tooled by Schwann.
Well, the margin for error is shrinking rapidly for the Grand Rapids Rise. They trail by 1, 22-21 here in set number 3. Overall, they trail at 2-0 to the defending champion Orlando Valkyries. Bree Kelly's on the line for the Valks. Briggs Romine to Sage, tap in the middle, and it's down for Leah Meyer. It almost looked like she went up with the right hand, only to switch hands mid-air and land it to tie us at 22. It's a clever play there by the 5-year pro and the former Kentucky Wildcat. As that serve goes long, that's a bad time for a miscue on the Grand Rapids side. Good part. Good receive there. They'll set it up for Snyder, but a great play by Pusic to keep it going. Fight at the net. Another Pusic play. Ogilvie gets one back for Grand Rapids. Paige Briggs-Romine can't get it where she wants it. A tap. Is it down? It is. Leah Meyer evens us at 23. Boy, what a great job to survey the landscape of the floor and just tucked it in.
That is such a hard ball defensively to get.
Paige Briggs-Romine to serve for Grand Rapids. A gotta have it point for GR. Foster. Abercrombie lines it up and puts it down. We have set point, we have match point for the Orlando Valkyries. Courtney Schwann to serve. Out of bounds, going for set and match point, and just missed. Well, maybe not just missed. Even at 24, second straight set, we're going beyond the magic number of 25. Serving sub, Allison Mayfield. First time we've seen her out here tonight. Chance for Abercrombie, who connects. Boy, the Valkyries have run that play in every high leverage spot tonight. Allow number 6 to go do her thing. And now Natalie Foster, one of the great servers in all of Major League Volleyball, with a chance to put this one to bed for the Orlando Valkyries. Sage looks for Snyder. She scores to even us at 25. We play on. Sage Kaha, Ina Torres to serve. Grand Rapids needs this point to set themselves up to try and continue this match as Abercrombie swings. Kept alive by Ogilvy. Free ball comes back. They look for Abercrombie again, and she's got it again. We've seen this show before. And now Abercrombie, let's see if they give her the chance to serve for that final point. Initially thought maybe Nia Chimay might come in, but Brian O'Martians decided to let Abercrombie try and finish this out from the service line. Sage wants Snyder, and she hits it. It's inside the line, and we're even at 26.
With another kill, and she's back to serve.
Grand Rapids trying to fight its way off the ropes here in set number 3. Snyder sends it over. They look for Abercrombie again, and she's got it. Any guesses for who our player of the game is going to be tonight? Charity Looper, another chance for Orlando to finish this one. Sage wants Paige Briggs-Romine. And it continues. PBR scores, and we're all knotted at 27. Well, if you're Grand Rapids, you know what Orlando's going to try and do in order to get themselves back to match point. Ramat Al-Hassan to serve for Grand Rapids. It is amazing how Brittany Abercrombie's been able to have the success when everybody knows that it's headed her direction. That's the mark of a truly elite player, as Looper gets one inside the line. Charity Looper this time got a piece of the white. Once again, it's match point here in Grand Rapids. Bree Kelly. Snyder, Sage, PBR inside the line. It's another point. Boy, how many times has Orlando had match point here in the third set? And Kathy George is liking what she's seeing, the fight from her group. Anna over to Schwann, who lines it down. Courtney Schwann. It's set point once again. Rise have been having to play catch up and play defense against match point a number of times during this sequence. They had it as set point in the second a handful of times and could not convert. They need to dig themselves out of a hole here. Paige Briggs Romine. Handled. Schwann looks to attack. Ogilvy, Sage, a distance attack. Carly Snyder keeps us going. 29 all.
Looks like we just have a battle of the pins on both sides.
Don't often see it get to 30. As a matter of fact, in their last match, Grand Rapids got it to 31 in a victory in their first set against San Diego. Abercrombie, what a couple of great plays in an Ogilvy. Snyder attacks, not there. Sage looks for Carly again. It is blocked. Natalie Snyder. Snyder tried to put it down, but Foster sent it the other way, and here we are once again.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Courtney Schwann with a chance to end it again. We've had a full rotation of players going after match point. Ogilvy a little too strong, and down it goes. Natalie Foster puts this one in the win column for the Orlando Valkyries.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight.
The defending champs, winners in straight sets here in Grand Rapids.
This Sunday, February 1st, for our Rise of the Wicked
Rise
night.
post-game on the other side of this time out right here on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West.
Stick around, head to
Nothing. Orlando with the straight sets victory here in Grand Rapids tonight. Back here at Van Andel Arena, Dan Hasty, Katie Olson with you. And really the difference was the MVP of the MLV here tonight. We saw Brittany Abercrombie do her thing, and she reminded all of us what makes her such a special talent.
She plays with such poise. Her ability to really never show that she is rattled. She led their team in kills, had 22, hitting almost 500, added 7 digs, added a block. So she just had a really all-around great game there. And I feel like her calming sense, poise of the game is just infectious with her teammates. You always know that she's available and ready to hit.
One of the other things that really stands out when you look over some of the numbers, and we can give you those in just a moment, but we kind of got the feeling, and looking at it from before this contest, that Orlando might make it a point to try and slow down Ramat Al-Hassan. Kind of felt like they did that tonight.
They did. She was such an asset on the first home game versus the Fury. Had a ton of kills and a ton of blocks. Tonight, she had kills early, but then she got stopped. You saw that the passing for the Rise was not quite there, so that Sage Kahayena-Torres wasn't able to get her the ball as much, which is what kind of broke down in the third set.
It's hard not to be impressed by what we saw at Charity Looper tonight. She was all over the place for the Orlando Valkyries tonight.
She was. She had 16 digs, and she had more digs than she did kills, and I felt like she was bombing the ball at some point in the third set there. She really came alive, and she compliments Abercrombie so nicely that you're really worried on both sides of the court who they're going to set, and they're both such great, capable players of putting the ball away.
Well, anytime you see a player end up hitting 465 like Brittany Abercrombie did, it's going to be tough to compete with that. 22 kills, 7 digs for the MLV MVP. You know, I would ask you what makes her so special. We just got a chance to see it. We kind of talked about this towards the end of the match tonight, was the fact that everybody sort of felt like they knew where the ball was going, and yet they still couldn't stop Brittany Abercrombie tonight.
And that is so frustrating as a player playing against that. The ability to be like, okay, we scouted her, we're ready, we know it's going to her, and then her ability to really see the court and place the ball where the players aren't is just incredible, and speaks to how great she is. Again, with the level of poise that she plays with, she's so confident that there's no doubt in my mind that she's going to get a kill. She knows that.
Well, I'll tell you what, if she completely plays like that, continuing on through this season, it won't be the only MVP that she has at the end of this season. She very well could add another. So let's talk about this next matchup as Grand Rapids now tries to get themselves back to 500. They've got Omaha coming to town. That's always been a team that's presented problems, not just for Grand Rapids, but for just about every team in the MLV. But Omaha is scheduled to come here, and no surprise, they're one of the top teams in this league once again.
Yeah, they just came off of a win for over the Indy Ignite, and they will be playing on Friday, so they have a quicker turnaround than the Rise do. Then they got to fly here and play on Sunday. So we'll see that. They are beatable this year. I felt like last year they weren't losing as much, but they did have a streak there where they took 3 hard losses.
That'll be a match that starts at 4 p.m. That'll be on CBS Sports Network. We hope you join us on the Rise Radio Network. That'll be on 96.1 The Game. Coming up again at 4 o'clock. You can get tickets online at grrise.com. But again, here the story tonight was Brittany Abercrombie, one of the great talents in all of MLV, showing everybody what makes her so special here tonight. So that's going to wrap things up here from Van Andel Arena. Our thanks to all the good people who make these broadcasts go. Again, don't forget, you can catch us coming up here on Sunday, 4 p.m. You can catch us with our broadcast start, beginning with the Rise pregame show, beginning at 3:45 right here on Rise Radio, presented by U of M Health West. We thank all of you for watching, whether you're on YouTube or listening, if you're dialed in to Rise Radio. For all of us at the Grand Rapids Rise, including our producer back in the studios at 96.1 The Game, John Ilk, for the one and only Katie Olson, I'm Dan Hasty. Reminding you the final score tonight, Orlando, a winner in straight sets, a very closely contested straight sets here tonight as they win it 3-0 over the Grand Rapids Rise. We will talk to you on Sunday, and until then, so long, everybody.
Club.